The sun is shining brightly on my face on a glorious summer day. Unfortunately, nonetheless, I fight to participate in the sunshine as concerning news about Yellowstone universe keeps on coming my direction. It's late that significant characters, including Beth and Tyr, will not be in the upcoming Yellowstone spin-off starring Matthew McConaughey, as if the takeoff of Kevin Costner, the cancellation of Yellowstone, the postponement of 1923 Season 2, and the suspension of 4 Sixes were adequately not present. The news with respect to the approaching continuation recently emerged after pieces of tattle about Yellowstone. From the outset, I was questionable about whether their news was legitimate, as the producers would have been endeavoring to placate the fans who were answering vivaciously to the abrogation stories. However, a short while later, it became pretty obvious that a follow-up show was in the works, and that it would serve as a prequel to the original Yellowstone. In other words, the new show would have been arranged with the goal that it would keep up soon after Yellowstone's finishing. Most of us were at that point stressed over the principal show finishing too early, so this was incredible information. Knowing that the Dutton family's legacy would not necessarily end in this manner was comforting. Then at that point, it is clarified that the show would be delivered in December 2023, just after the arrival of Yellowstone Season 5 Section 2 in November 2023. We moreover heard that Matthew McConaughey will go to star in this particular show rather than some other prequel series, which was also grand to learn about. Furthermore, subsequently, the most exciting news got surfaced, stating that the greater part of the buy and large existing Yellowstone cast people intended to move to the approaching continuation. Wiz Bentley even stated that he was willing to portray Jamie for as long as the story lasted, making the news appear to be genuine. This showed that except for John Dutton, we were not expected to express farewell to our darling characters at the finish of Yellowstone. As a monstrous lover of characters like Beth and Jamie, I want to yell that I got facilitated when I got this particular news. It even discovered a sense of harmony with the way that Yellowstone intended to end pretty soon. All things considered, Taylor Sheridan defied all of our expectations in a meeting a week ago. So tragically, my inner peace did not last long. The master creator of the Yellowstone universe made it clear that he wanted a new cast and a different location for the upcoming show. To be sure, you heard it right. Rather than the news spill beforehand, Sheridan seemed to have no objectives to continue with the Yellowstone story in the new show. Taking everything into account, he expected to have an absolutely fresh start. It's hard to imagine Sheridan abandoning beloved characters because he clearly values Beth. In place of truth, we are mindful that Beth is his number one person, and it confounds me that he would be alright with suddenly closing her storyline. Sheridan's response, however, left room for speculation, as he stated, "What I would call a side project is equivalent to my concept of a prequel. Compose into that what you will." This was said when explicitly received information about the possibility of moving the enduring characters from Yellowstone to the new undertaking. He gestured his head in understanding when inquired as to whether this demonstrated that the new show would be an independent story. Although the difficulties they face are completely distinct, the conflict that is taking place between a new way of life and a traditional way of life that dates back 150 years is taking place in a variety of settings. This tale can be told in numerous places. Despite the fact that I can identify with what he is saying, I must admit that it is not easy for me to leave Montana, at least not at this point in the story. Since I'm sure that no new person will singly affect us, the watchers, the way that there are still a ton of things that can be said about a portion of the significant characters like Beth, Tyr, Jamie, Casey, and Monica makes me extremely upset particularly. This implies, which is shameful, that saying goodbye to John Dutton amounts to saying goodbye to each and every person on the show. This drives me fundamentally more mad towards Kevin Costner, honestly, as he cost us a show, yet likewise a ton of magnificent characters with his biased exercises. Despite this, the side project is still in its infancy, and Sheridan admitted that at this point, he had only the broadest ideas and thoughts outlined. As a result, things could change until December 2023, and we can all hope for the best. What is your take on not having characters like Beth and Tyr in the looming show?